I don't usually do DIY or home improvement type shows on the channel, but this one seems a little more special. Jeremy Renner, who we almost lost earlier this year in a horrific accident, presents Rennervations. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, Dan here. This is Dan Reviews It. Welcome to my TV review for Disney Plus's Rennervations. This is streaming right now. They've got 3 episodes up. There's only 4 in the entire season, and there's no word on why that 4th episode isn't up or when it will be up. I've read a couple different articles that no one seems to know. It was supposed to drop with the original 3, but in any event, there's 3 up now, and Jeremy Renner presents this thing. He is a construction aficionado. He sort of does a lot of, home improvement and DIY type stuff in his own personal life and in his own community. And in fact, that's partially what caused this horrific accident in which he almost died earlier this year due to a snowplow incident. He was helping out his neighbors, and there was a runaway snowplow, and he was trying to save a family member. And in any event, he's the one who sort of got crushed by it. And I mean, a miracle that he is still with us, by all rights. But this show, he's sort of been promoting, and so it's great to see him, sort of up and about and excited about this show. So the premise essentially is he takes his knowledge and his team. He has a bunch of friends with him that are repurposing different vehicles to meet a community's needs. For example, in one episode, he turns his big city bus into a mobile dance studio in Mexico, in a community that just recently lost their dance studio. It closed. So just sort of stuff like that. And he brings a celebrity guest on in each of the episodes. Vanessa Hudgens appears on the first episode, and they're all like Disney guests, Vanessa Hudgens, of course, from High School Musical, and Anthony Mackie from the Avengers movies, and Sebastian Yatra, who did a song in Encanto. So, all right, you always got to keep it in the Disney family. Look, I don't really watch a lot of these shows. I'm not a do-it-yourself kind of guy. I mean, I think it's impressive that people can do all of this stuff, but unlike a cooking show where I maybe have like a shot at something resembling what they're making, which I don't really watch a lot of cooking shows either, but when I do, like a Rachel Ray or something, it's something, sort of easier along that vein. But when I see things like this, I'm just like, there's no way I can do this. So I don't watch a ton of these kind of shows. I used to watch the home makeover, or extreme edition home makeover, whatever. That's not really the title of it, but you know what I mean. The one where they said move the bus, and then they present the family with all the struggles with the new house. That, and that's cool. It's all sort of similar. It's like, okay, you're doing this project now, or you're hammering this or whatever. So even that show, I sort of got sort of tired of that after a little bit. And same thing here. There's a bit of fatigue here, just even watching these 3 episodes. Okay, cool. They're going to hollow out, this bus or whatever and make, but one of the things that, I think does set this apart is Jeremy Renner's celebrity status, and the realism behind it, because, this is clearly a passion of his, and that comes through on the screen. He really does sort of, get his hands dirty personally with all the stuff. And I think that's pretty cool. The people surrounding him, some of them I can take or leave. There's like the one main guy that he sort of has like a little, sort of, busting on friendship with, throwing out an insult line or whatever. All right. That stuff to me seems more scripted. Like, I don't know, if me and my friends are gonna bust on each other or have like an insult contest, whatever, it's a little more spur of the moment. This seems like they've rehearsed some of these lines. Oh, I'll say this. And that stuff, that always to me is like, okay, the scripted reality type stuff, that doesn't usually work for me. It seems so forced. I would prefer to just kind of let their work speak for itself and let them explain. But then there's a couple people in the crew that I really like. There's this one woman who, has suffered, some stuff herself, and she talks about that. But she seems, really knowledgeable. They all seem really knowledgeable. I will say that, including Renner himself. But yeah, the main guy, he's sort of like, jokingly spars with. I don't know. I could take or leave that dynamic. But look, it's obviously very great what they're doing. Taking different things to communities in need, and giving them something that could be useful, and something that's very unique too. Like a mobile dance studio in a bus. That's something very unique. And what's interesting, I keep going back to that episode. I think that's the one that sort of I got the most out of. But they thought of all of these things that I wouldn't have thought of. Like a mobile dance studio, I would think, okay, well, it just needs a dance studio and like a high bar or something. But they built lockers, they built sort of a back room with a desk, so people can get changed, when they need to. I didn't even think of that. So it is kind of interesting to see the ideas sort of unfold with this show, and how they come to, from point A to point B, and how they do that. So it's interesting. And I would say the best part is it's feel good. It's a family friendly show. It definitely is one of those shows that makes you kind of, smile from ear to ear, just knowing that this community that needs help is getting something, gifted to them, and bringing celebrities on. And so, of course, the community all love that. So, look, this is a good show. And certainly with the fact that we almost lost Jeremy Renner this year, it's great. I think it gives it that extra sort of gravitas. I mean, it would have been a fine show either way, and because of the celebrity angle, I suppose maybe I would have reviewed it anyway. But the fact that we almost lost him, it gives it sort of that much greater of a, man, this is a really great dude. And thank God he's still with us kind of vibe. So I leave Rennervations with a B+. All right, that is going to do it for me. Look for the 4th episode at some point, I guess, on Disney+, but the first 3 are up right now. And thanks for watching. Dan Reviews It. Bye.